Stepping Stone friends. We just read our story, Pete the cat and the cool caterpillar, and now I wanted to do a fun art piece with you. So does everybody remember what Pete turned into? Was it a butterfly? And it might not have looked like this. Butterflies are very, very unique, right? But I printed this off on my computer, and you could have your parents, I literally just Googled and typed in like free butterfly coloring pages, and I love this one with the heart shapes. It makes me think about you guys because I miss you, and you guys are always close to my heart. I hope you know that. So I printed this one off, but you know what, if you don't have a printer, could you draw one? Sure, you could definitely draw one. You could have fun with that too. So what we're going to do today is I have some supplies here I want to share with you. I'm going to move my computer so you can see them. I have some glue, and what I do is I pour it out into a pot and have a little paintbrush, just like we do at school. I have a little bit of salt in here, and I use a spoon to kind of get that out, and that's just regular table salt. And then I have a little pot of some water, and I've been kind of practicing, so you could have water if you want. And some watercolors I have, and you could use regular paint too. But we're going to do something called like it's salt art. So it creates like a 3D effect almost on your page. It like pops out, gives the artwork like a little texture look. So it's not just paint on the page, and just is something really fun. Makes it different. So what I do first is, if you see all these black lines, or if you were to outline a picture, I'm going to put some glue, not on the whole thing, but just on some of those lines so you can see what a cool effect this can have. And you could do this with any picture, anything that you have. You have some coloring pages, or if you want to do some free artwork and then add something kind of fun. So I'm going to take my paintbrush, and I'm going to start with just the paint around the edge so that you guys can kind of really see that effect. Okay, so I just take a big clump. I'm going to do some nice big, cover some areas with this glue, and this one has like wavy lines. I'm just going to put it all over on kind of the outside. That's pretty cool. Maybe you want to do this for the outline of a picture, but then maybe you want to do like a different colored paint. Maybe you want to add some colored pencils or crayons, because I think it's kind of neat when you use different art like mediums. Like, you don't have to just use paint, right? Who says we have to just use crayons or colored pencils? So you could have fun if you don't have watercolors. Like, I just have a little palette at home, but you could just do regular paints as well. So what I did is to show you, maybe I'll do like the little kind of butterfly antlers at the top too. Just the outline right now, so you guys could kind of see that effect. So all I've done is covered the outline with glue. And then this is the fun part. I know your kids are gonna love this. We just sprinkle, just like when we at school sprinkle glitter, right? You're just gonna sprinkle some salt. And this is just, this salt I'm not going to reuse to eat or put on food or seasoning or anything like that. This is my art salt. So I'm not going to worry about reusing it for that, but I do want to reuse it for another project. So another supply that you might want to get ready at the beginning is a plate, something you can shake it out on like we do at school with the glitter. And just the excess, I really covered it well so it really sticks to the glue. But then we have our art project plates that, again, we used to eat with, but now we reuse them for art. You know me, I love to reuse things. So that's when I'm going to shake it off, and I can put it back in my art supplies after I'm finished. And now you'll see that it's covered with salt, and you'll start to see that 3D effect. It really is kind of a fun effect. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but the pots are my old like yogurts, and I used to eat these a lot at Stepping Stones, and we use them in our like farmers, like in our shops and the farmers market and things like that. And I reuse them at home for art projects. So water, paint, glues, like you name it. They're just really great once you clean them out. Really great little teacher or mom hack there, I would say. So I'm going to use watercolors today. I'm going to dip in my paintbrush in my water and then pick some of my favorite colors. So we'll start with maybe purple here, and I'm just going to put a drop of that water paint on the salt. And I don't know if you can see on the screen, but it instantly starts to spread. It's just really cool. You almost only have to put like a tiny drop and it's going to spread, and it makes this really, really neat 3D effect. So you could use whatever colors you want. You could do, you know, a mixture of colors. That's the fun and beauty about artwork, right? And another thing, another fun fact that I don't know if you know this about caterpillars, but they are like they're symmetrical. So what we've been doing at home is we've been doing like painting a lot of butterflies. Well, with symmetrical animals, and insects, you don't have to necessarily paint the whole thing, because symmetrical means they're the same on one side as the other side, and every butterfly is completely unique. So if I actually just like painted half of one side of a butterfly, if I folded my page and did like really pressed it down and opened it up, then it would be the same on the left as the right? That's something fun that you could also try. So I'm gonna just change it up a bit. And another favorite color of mine is green. My absolute favorite color is teal, but I don't have teal on my palette of paint, so we're gonna pick some other colors here, but I do love green as well. Isn't it fun that there's all shades of colors, right? And when we were at school together, we used to mix a lot of paints together to create like new colors, right? Mixing primary to make secondary colors, but even sometimes we might, oh, you know what, that shade of red is too dark. I want to mix a little bit of white to make it lighter. And if we mix a lot of white, that's actually how we were making pink. So I'm just going to put a little bit more paint so you can see the outline. And then maybe color one of the hearts as well. But can you guys start to get the idea that you get to see the thickness, and you could always do this on construction paper as well, but it gives like a really cool like 3D, and if I lift it up it starts to drip, so you do want to let it dry. I'm just trying to show you on the camera, but if you're using watercolors and really I guess any kind of paints, right, I'm just going to add in a little bit of detail here, but you definitely your paint's going to run, so don't hold it up like I just did. Make sure that you let your paint dry before you put it up on the wall or anything, right? Just like we let all our paint and stepping stones dry. I'm going to do some fun, I think yellow, little antlers that the butterflies have. Just so you can see the effect here. And then another favorite color of mine is blue, so maybe I'm going to color the body blue. So you're going to notice that mine is not symmetrical because I'm just having too much fun. Do you have to do symmetrical? Does it have to be identical on the left and the right? Of course not. Butterflies, though, out, you know, when we're looking for butterflies out in our gardens, we are going to see, if we were really to look at them, the details they are. But I want to have fun with mine. I want you guys to have fun too. So I do want to let this dry and try this at home. And it doesn't have to be necessarily the butterfly. You might have some great coloring pages that you have already at home, or you might like to free draw something of you, like a picture of yours that's favorite. But I encourage you, and I don't want the paint to drip right now, but take a look. I don't know if you can see that 3D effect that it has on here. So simple supplies again. Use some glue, maybe not on the whole thing. You just want to outline some areas. Use a little bit of that school glue. Use some salt, which hopefully you might have some salt in the cupboard. So I'm thinking of supplies you have at home. And then paint. Use watercolors, use regular paints. Have some fun and see those art creations that you can make with some salt and some different colors, and they really do kind of pop out. And when this dries, you're going to see the texture. I can already see the salt, the crystals on there, and the textures, and it's really, really fun once it dries as well. So have fun, and just have fun creating some art at home. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you are all well and safe and healthy. I sure miss you and hope to see you all soon again. Bye.